Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in for yet another Rhinos and Aliens Impression. Today, we decided to talk about Annihilation. We wanted to really see this film, but we weren't expecting
what we got.
the experience.
Yeah.
Is a good way to put it. And we said, yo, screw it. We want to talk about it. Well, at least me and Damon. Jordan is just like, fuck this film, right? Yeah, okay. But like always, you have your co-host, or as Damon likes to say, bro host, Francis Mandrala. To my left.
The one and only Damon Haynes.
And to my right, we have...
They know who I am.
El Padre, or...
Padre, Snack Daddy.
Or Jordan.
They know who I am.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the film we're talking about is Annihilation. It was released technically 2 weeks ago now, or 2 weekends ago by Paramount. Got great reviews. It's basically bombing at the box office for
Of course.
many reasons.
Black Panther.
Because of Black Panther still.
Competition. I would say it's a weird sci-fi film.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
doesn't attract a lot of people
Yeah.
to begin with.
And just to put this out there, this continues Paramount's 2+ years of having a rough stretch where they just can't get a break. But now we're going to get into the film itself. This is a film directed by Alex Garland.
Sure.
Garland, I believe, yeah.
That's how you pronounce it. And this is a film that is studded with a cast that has Natalie Portman leading. It has...
Was that or was that not the dude from Numbers?
No, that's Oscar Isaac, who looks very similar.
He looks very similar.
Yeah, bro. Oscar...
Because last time I saw a dude from Numbers, he gotten big. He had gotten quite big.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Or you're thinking about Oscar Isaac, because he's the one who's been in everything. He's the one in Ex Machina. He's the one in the Star Wars films. He's the one in X-Men.
No, I'm thinking of a different movie I saw, or a TV show where he got...
That's not who it was? The guy who was in the Rogue One?
No, that's like not...
No.
You guys are just messing up today.
Listen, I'm just saying.
You guys know who
I'm talking about, right?
I know the guy from Numbers.
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about, too. The guy who looks like him. But
Yeah.
This is the guy who looks like him?
Yes.
I have not seen the guy from Numbers in a long time, so I was just wondering.
Yes.
I don't know what he looks like anymore, but he looks similar.
Yeah, he does, bro. I made that mistake. When I first saw him in Ex Machina, I was like, yo, that's the Numbers dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then I waited till Star Wars The Last Jedi to realize, no, it's not.
I'm gonna look up. I know the dude from Numbers got real fat.
Okay.
Okay.
At least
Oh, no, he did.
yeah, he got real big.
Isn't he the dude from Elf? Or not Elf, Santa Claus? He played the oldest elf?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, yeah, so that's definitely not him.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the cast is Natalie Portman. We were just talking about Oscar Isaac, who plays the boyfriend in this film.
Husband.
He's
yeah.
right.
Correction, good one.
Who else was in the film?
And then there's 4 main females surrounding Natalie Portman on what you see in the trailers as their mission.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one older woman that we do not recall, but you could look that up on IMDb. There is Tessa Thompson, who, by the way, this is her most different role. She normally plays the tough badass, and she was the nerdy Tessa Thompson? Thor Ragnarok?
Gotcha.
Yes, yes.
Gotcha.
The mixed beauty with the curly hair?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. She looks amazing like always, but the point is, for me, this is the most different role she's ever played that I've seen, because normally she plays the smart ass, or the cocky person, or the strong individual, as we've seen lately. Mm-hmm. And this was very different for that. And then we also have this Hispanic woman, I can't think of her name, but she's from that one CW show, Virgin Mary.
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
Or The Virgin.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I saw the first episode. She get pregnant because she went to the doctors, and they scheduled the wrong joint. She was supposed to get like an exam, and they just straight up inseminated her.
That's how it happens?
How it happens, yeah.
So she is a virgin.
Yeah. The doctor did the wrong thing because he was having a bad day or something like that. Straight up shot it inside of her. Not with his penis, with the message.
Okay. No, I did not know that. No.
But yeah.
That's crazy. I was wondering.
She is a virgin, yeah. I saw the first episode and never watched it again. It's actually supposed to be super good, though.
No, it is. It's like in its 4th season now.
Yeah.
By the way, I thought she was the most surprising performance of the film.
Okay, yeah.
She was the one where half her head was cut, and she goes...
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a badass.
She was.
Until something happened, which we'll get into spoilers.
Yes.
Overall, what's quick impressions for anybody who doesn't want to be spoiled?
What do you mean quick impressions?
What's your thoughts of the film without any juicy details?
It's a good movie. Leave before the last 15 minutes.
Last 10, I remember you
Last
saying.
10? I don't remember if it was 10 or 15. Time is hazy.
Really enjoyed the movie. Yeah, really great movie. It's not exactly, I think, it's a thinker. You know, it is a sci-fi, you know, I wouldn't say horror, but it is definitely like a sci-fi
Thriller?
Thriller. There you go.
Got you back.
Couldn't you also say a drama, though?
I would.
Yeah. You
I
could say
would.
that. Yeah.
Because the entire time,
It's quite dramatic.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say
it
so.
is,
Yeah, I
of
would
course,
say
yeah.
so.
and it is built off of the performances. If the performances sucked, I would have never been as emotionally involved.
Invested in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, guys. I would recommend seeing it, even though it's not doing great at the box office. It's still a really good movie.
That's what it's all about.
I think it's. Would you guys say this is? I thought Ex Machina was better in basically every way but the visuals. But the way I would put it, Ex Machina, in my opinion, was an A plus, and this is an A. They're still in the same category.
My thing is, right,
Okay.
I agree with you that I think Ex Machina was better, but I did enjoy this one more until the last 10 minutes.
Personally, right? The entertainment factor.
Yeah.
I agree. Until you get mind fucked at the end, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I would say this is an incredible film that, just like his last film, Ex Machina, it will make you think and it will stay with you for quite a while after the film.
Yeah.
My head was hurting because we don't know. How do you know? We don't.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
If I don't
so
know, what
many
does matter?
questions.
You might as well just have a part 2, but they won't.
But they won't. Yeah.
So what's the point? You showed me half a part.
Unless they do some weird crap like M. Night Shyamalan and they do a sequel to both Ex Machina and this film.
They're simple. We kill them.
Yo, but can we be honest? Natalie Portman, Alicia Vikander in the same film playing those type of roles.
Threesome action. I see what you're saying.
I did not take it there, but
But if they did, would you complain? Not at all.
that's a no comment, guys. Okay, so now this is that's the brief, our thoughts. Now we're getting to spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Dude, the joint.
Okay, so you guys could dive in wherever you want, and
This isn't
I'll-
diving deep, bro.
So it's impressions.
I'll guide the
The conversation.
yes
Okay.
with our impressions.
Spoiler alert. A lot of people die.
Which was so upsetting.
It wasn't.
For real. Okay, you know, yeah, I was okay with a lot of them dying, except
What?
for what's her face.
The first one
The
to
first
go.
girl who died, Shepherd. I think that was her last
Yeah,
name.
Shepherd. They
I was
called her
really,
Shepherd.
I was really upset that she
Bruh,
died.
and I'm not gonna lie,
Really
when
upset.
the thing that killed her, the bear or whatever, super fucking creeped me out.
Yeah,
bruh.
bro, and how it stole her like voice.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was weird.
When did it creep you out? Did it creep you out in that moment or until the second entrance?
The second entrance.
second
Because when it
entrance,
first did it, and you know, you heard the joint go, I was like, okay, so obviously it was a trap. Something, you know, used the voice.
Yeah.
And then when it came in and you saw how creepy it looked and how it started to use the voice, I was like, oh no, fuck that.
Yeah, that
I would have
was-
straight up shot myself, bro.
No, I personally I was getting chills.
Yeah, it was creepy.
That
It
was
was really
creepy.
creepy.
and how it stalked around them like that was
Yeah, like it waited for them to make a move.
that was
And
creepy. As
I got the
shit.
feeling if it wasn't for the Hispanic female coming in, it would have killed them anyways.
Yeah.
Because you remember how it started to attach his mouth to Tessa Thompson's character?
Yeah, it was grabbing onto her shoulder or whatever.
Yeah. It was almost, it was less so like a T-Rex, but more so like some type of massive cat where it's playing with its food.
Yeah.
And it's just
Well,
waiting for it to
when
mess
it
up.
first took Shepherd, I actually thought it was like a giant cat, like
No,
a tiger or a lion or something like that. That would have been mutated.
Would you say it's, I don't think it was a bear. It didn't look like,
No,
because
that's
it
what I'm
was,
saying. Yeah, it looked like it was fast, like agile and fast.
Yeah,
Not a bear. I mean, bears are fast, but they're not agile.
I think it was some sort of mutation of a bear. That's what I think it was.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking it was. But when it first happened,
Yeah.
when she was using like the night vision goggles to look at it, it looked like a cat to me, or some kind of cat.
It was some big animal. Yeah,
It was.
Yeah.
could you say though
Really
the mouth of
fucking
it had a form of like a saber tooth in a sense.
When it first came through the door and all you saw was the mouth,
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But then when you saw the rest of the body, I was like, okay, it kind of looks like a bear. I'm okay with it.
Okay, so obviously we're okay with the Hispanic dying just because she went cuckoo crazy at
She
the
did
end.
go a little cuckoo
She did go crazy. I mean, you could tell as it was. I think that's another thing. Because what is it called? The shimmer.
Yeah.
The shimmer is what the film is about. It's the bubble you see in the trailers. That's what is giving form to all these mutations of a sort.
And you could tell once they went into the shimmer, they all started acting kind of different. You know, like the Hispanic girl, she started becoming way more like fidgety, I guess.
But don't forget,
She was a drug addict.
Or no, alcoholic.
Was it alcohol? I thought
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
drugs.
no, it was
That
alcohol.
was alcohol. So yeah, but all of them, they started acting weirder. Like the main character, the older woman who was like leading them, she's got like really like just one-tracked mind. At least that's what I saw. Like she was just like, oh, I have to get to the lighthouse no matter what. Doesn't matter what happens. Lighthouse. And I felt like it was messing with their mentality.
Do you? I think it was just bringing out their true mentality even more.
So yeah, it was messing with their mentality.
Because don't forget, she has cancer. She knows she has cancer, so she knows she's running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like the shimmer was just peeling back who they truly are.
Yeah.
And don't forget, when it comes to the Hispanic, she didn't become fidgety until she starts seeing her fingers and her hands, which, spoilers, it started moving randomly, which is part of the shimmer.
Yeah, shit's super creepy.
Weird, bro. And especially the one video when the guys when they peeled
Cut
back
open the guy?
they peeled back his stomach and his intestines were like
It looked like a worm.
Like
Yeah.
it was weird.
Which somehow that turned into fungus.
Yeah, because he just kept
Yeah,
growing. I guess.
You saw
Like,
that?
Yeah.
That was weird. I didn't understand that either. I wish they would have explained that more.
Yeah, there's this. It makes it's just so many questions. Like, why did that happen?
I'm not about it.
Why aren't you about it, Jordan?
There's too many. I have more questions now than I did when the movie was about 80 to 90% done. I was like, all right, I kind of know where this is going. I got a lot of questions that have been answered. Good to go. Last 10 minutes, it raised about 10,000 more questions that didn't give me answers. So I'm just left with more questions than answers, and I don't like that.
Oh, I agree. Would the film? Okay, so do you think it would be a better film without the ending? But wouldn't that make it more? Wouldn't that make it a more typical film?
I just wish the ending was more concrete.
Like they just gave us more with the ending.
I agree with you, bro. I hate loose endings.
Yeah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here to get.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's talk about the overall arching plot and story.
Okay.
This is. Do you guys care about the intro? About like how they showed how she is this professional biologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biologist.
And then did you guys like the setup of how they made it seem at first that she's in a perfect marriage, and then slowly they start to peel back the layers and show how it's not as perfect as it seems?
It was a good subplot to show more character development. Yeah.
Okay.
In all honesty, I'm not. You know me. I'm not a fan of when they cut and then they like go back and forth between times. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But I didn't mind it in this movie. I was okay with it.
It did have a really good flow to it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you thought the flashbacks were or flash forwards, because
Yeah.
there were a couple of those.
I think they're very well timed.
Yeah.
Like I'm not just like in the middle of something and they go flashback and I'm just like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Instead, it's just like okay, everything's dying down, and then it's just like flashback to hey, remember this? Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And as Damon said, it was very fluent. It
Yeah,
felt
it's
very
very
natural.
fluid, yeah.
And as Jordan said, the cuts weren't harsh or hard. It wasn't you're in this.
Action sequence and,
And
then
then-
boom, you jump back to this. No,
Yeah.
I hate that. That's the worst, bro.
When
That
they
upsets
did
me.
the cutbacks or the flashbacks and the flash forwards, it was always at like the end of some scene, like after they get to the house and then they go to sleep for the night.
Yeah,
and then it goes a
exactly.
flashback. You know,
I'm okay
So
when
it
that
was
happens,
nice.
sir.
It was a very good flow.
All you directors take note.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up.
Okay. How about the acting? Any standout performances to you guys?
Natalie Portman was amazing. But
What was it?
What I mean to see, but she's always amazing.
Yeah, she is. She just.
For me, it was the little details. Like, I remember the conversations with Oscar Isaac. It was the way she would, like, move her lip or how she would bend her head.
It was just very. It was very believable. I think that's, for me, that's what it was. It was. She was. Her acting was very believable. I felt the emotion in when she was, talking, when she was experiencing, like when they had when that alligator attacked them. I felt the
that
fear
one
in
scene?
her face. Like you felt it.
And you're talking about specifically when she was shooting at the alligator, right?
And with its mouth wide open, and she's staring right at its mouth, and it was. Yeah, it felt realistic.
How did you guys feel about her affair? Did that seem natural? Because the thing that confused me, he supposedly was a better match for her. Because he said...
Well, my thing is, right, I remember what he said. He said, we're on a better intellectual level and something else.
And you're physically attracted to me.
Yeah, more compatible intellectually and physically. But here's my thing, right? Is that the first time they slept together?
I don't think so.
I don't
No,
think so
because they
either, but
said
it's not clarified.
their affair.
Now, my question is, right, if she loves her husband, why the fuck is she cheating on him? I don't understand this.
Well,
Because they're going to use the he's away more than he's home.
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with that, but I
think that was the
Because
reason. Because he's in the military and he goes on sometimes secret missions that he can't tell her about.
but he does tell her.
Not all of them.
He gives her,
He'll give her
drops.
like little drops.
No,
as
but-
opposed to straight out telling her, "Hey, this is what happened."
But he would
this is what
always
did."
tell her where he's going.
True, he did tell her where he was going, but
And
he
he-
didn't
he-
say what actually all happened.
True. My problem, this is I think the only flaw of the film. She has an affair so easily because he's not home enough.
Yeah.
She's willing to give up her life for this man.
That's what I'm saying. It made no sense. It was like, because when you watch it, you feel like they really, really love each other.
And no, exactly.
And then it just straight up shoots you into the affair. And it's just like, well, what happened for her to get here?
And I'm not buying the time thing because she's willing to give up her life.
Yeah, exactly.
And then let's let's say it's 9 months out of the year. You're still with him for 3 months. And let's be real, they probably met, and she even said they met through the army. So she knew
She knew how it was going to go down.
Yeah. So I didn't like that subplot. I felt the emotion. Something wasn't clicking. I thought we needed more info with that.
And to me, like, I honestly, when they first showed the affair, I thought it was happening after he went missing.
When they first showed it.
Yes, that would have made more sense to me. And then
Yes.
when you see it the second time, and it's just like,
They imply it was actually
he was just away on a mission. Not
Yeah.
on this mission, but he was away on a different mission.
Yeah, because they showed the scene. You remember right before he left, he said he's leaving one day early, and he was
Yeah.
very cold.
Yeah. I
So
do remember that.
yeah,
That might be my biggest problem with the movie is that particular
because everything
That
else,
particular subplot. Yeah.
everything else clicks so well, and it does make
really
sense.
does. Besides the last 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. So since we're talking about the story, Jordan and Damon, of course, what did you dislike about the ending?
The last 10 minutes.
But what about it?
You gotta watch it. I can't even explain it. It's legitimately, it's like the whole time the movie's, you're all good, you're into it, it's flowing all nicely, and then the last 10 minutes happen, and it's like a fucking nuclear explosion just blew up in your face.
Real quick, we're going to get back to the ending. I do want to talk about that. The visuals and the atmosphere of this film might be its biggest strength because I felt like it sucked me into the film.
Yeah.
All the aesthetics felt real. It was like
Yeah, it was like entering. It was kind of like going into Avatar.
Yeah.
on Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
It was an Avatar on Earth.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
perfect way to put it.
And
And the
then they
CGI
just
and everything
went
was solid,
wild with
too.
That shit, bruh.
Yeah.
But then they just, like I said, they went full on wild, bruh. They didn't ease us in at all. Like, I mean,
Right,
they
literally, it
ease you into
just
the world,
happened.
sure. And then it's just like the world
explodes.
times 1,000. Like, it just boom. And you're just like, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to think. What's going on? Who's that? Who's this? What's this? I don't know.
Could you say the second biggest flaw is that the first 90% is so good with the transitions
Yeah.
that this is just a big head
just,
jerk?
It does.
Yeah.
It smacks you at the end. You just get smacked at the end. That's why I think it puzzles everyone. At least it puzzled me, because when we were in the movie theater, up until that point, I'm like, okay, of course she's gonna go into the hole, and I'm like, oh look, it's the old lady.
Which didn't it look like a spaceship at first?
It did, absolutely. That's why I sit there and say, oh, maybe that's how it happened. It was
an
like
alien.
a crashed alien ship.
That we think of in terms of aliens.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the old lady turned into lights, and then
Some type of spear of energy. And then when did Natalie Portman get the cut on her nose? I don't remember her getting a cut on her nose.
Neither do I.
And then randomly,
I'm certain there had
must have been during
one of the action scenes, either when she was fighting with the bear, or I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it was probably with the bear. See, now we're gonna have to watch the movie again.
I'm not gonna watch that movie again.
because of the ending.
Yep.
Anyhow, but yeah,
For real, I really enjoyed that movie, and the ending fucked me over.
Because it hits you, because you're like, okay, so is it an alien? Is it just some sort of thing?
Ancient being? Who knows?
Ancient being? Is it
They
some
never
sort
say.
of god? Like,
It's a formless thing.
I don't know.
So what's the problem? Is the problem that we don't know what this film is about at the end of the day?
No, the problem is, right, that we don't know what this film is about at the end of the day.
I think that's my biggest thing with it, is at the end, it raises so many questions at the end. You just go, what?
Yeah.
And then it doesn't answer
That's the
any
thing,
of them.
Right? You start to literally it gives you a Rubik's cube, right? And then this analogy is perfect. It gives you a Rubik's cube at the beginning, right? It's all jumbled up, and slowly they're helping you like put it back into how it's supposed to be.
And then at the very
last
end,
10 minutes, fuck that. You almost finished it. Pick up the pieces and start again.
that's actually awesome.
I told you, it's exactly like that.
Because
because you think you're figuring it out, and then
You get so close.
Yeah,
You're
'cause exactly, as
three
you-
turns away.
as they were exploring the shimmer, they started noticing that the plants are doing this,
Everything's being in a prism. It's being refracted. I'm like, this makes sense, more or
Right,
less.
and you start going,
I didn't
okay,
major
so
in biology.
but they use the comparison saying
Yes,
the
exactly.
radio signals aren't being blocked; they're being reflected, which explains why everything in the
shimmer is
shimmer-
being reflected.
Yeah. Which explains, I guess, scientifically speaking, why the DNA of these
Plants,
Being
basically
beings-
anything that's alive. Yeah.
anything that's
is
alive, yeah.
morphing into each other and combining and stuff,
Yeah.
or mutating,
Or
changing.
I would say
Yeah.
mutating, yeah.
And then it just
And
goes
then
to hell.
because you feel like you're discovering it, and you're like, at the end it's just going to be something simple.
Okay,
And
so what
then-
did we think the ending was going to be then?
No, for real. Going into the ending, right? Once you saw her husband pull the sulfur grenade, and he burned himself.
But you did see the other person walk up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then he was like, make sure you tell whatever her name was, because I honestly can't
Lena.
remember. Lena. I was gonna say Emil. Good shit on that. Make sure you tell her something. And he was like, he said, go find her. He was like, okay. And I was like, okay. So obviously these things like cloning, obviously, right? And then,
So you thought it was a spaceship that clones.
yeah, I thought it was something like some technology or whatever you want to call it that clones or replicates DNA onto itself or something like that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And I can't say I was wrong. I can't say I was right because I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, I guess the only way to truly know the ending is if you got a scientist to explain it to you.
More or less.
We need Dr. Neil deGrasse
I think
Tyson.
I in all honesty, I would just really like to know what the hell that thing was.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It would really help.
Well, going by the most simple definition of an alien, it's technically an alien.
Yes,
But what kind of alien?
that's what I'm saying. What is it?
Yeah, like I know what's Venom. It's called a symbiote, right?
A symbiote, yeah.
Yeah. It uses the traits of that, right?
Yeah, because technically it finds a host, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And then it mutates the host. So I guess you could say it's kind of like a symbiote.
But then it's not, because it's fusing when a symbiote
It's just taking over.
yeah. It takes the form of that being, but it still become, like
But it alters the being.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I get
Where
you.
with this, it's more so it's like it's combining, and it's making something new.
See, I
It's like
still
they're
don't even
merging
understand
together,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except with the humans, they're not.
which is weird.
But,
Well, you didn't give it enough time with the humans, I would say. Well, this thing, when she looked at her blood and it split,
yeah.
and they were talking about that's basically how the DNA works. It splits and then it splits again and again and again constantly. Right?
This is what I was thinking. Are those two people now gods? Because you remember how they kept talking about God in the flashbacks, and then she said, the only difference between us and God is that our cells die. They don't keep dividing. So is the new copy of her husband and is the new version of Natalie Portman, are they now gods? Because you remember how her blood kept dividing. They weren't dying.
Yeah. Got a point.
That's the only thing I could think of. This alien thing turned them into godlike creatures. That's the only conclusion I could come up with.
Could be.
Could be.
And then
we don't know.
They emphasized the eyes, how her eyes started glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just. It was so weird.
Okay, if you had to give a guess, what do you guys think the ending means?
What does
Jordan.
it mean?
Yeah,
Doesn't mean anything.
like if you had to give a guess, like because they close with the close up on both of their faces.
Yeah.
What do you think the director's trying to say?
That the thing's still alive.
Okay,
That's all I got out of it.
Damon.
That whatever this alien being or species thing is, it's now fully merged with Natalie Portman, and now it's going to create like some new species. That's what I think.
That could.
That's not good enough, bro. Because then I need a part 2.
I agree,
Bro,
It
if we're
raises
talking
so
about
many
part twos,
questions.
freaking, what was that Alien remake that came out last year?
Aliens.
They were in the
Alien?
spaceship. Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh.
Not the
Shit.
Covenant, right?
No. Oh, Life?
Life. That needs a sequel, bro.
Still haven't seen it.
Bro, that ending will piss you off.
I think you told me that, and that's why I didn't want to watch it.
No, but it's like it's so good that you know it's not getting a sequel, so it pisses you off.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
It makes sense, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
This is a movie that needs a sequel, but it probably won't get one.
I
no.
just need, like I said,
You just need to finish those questions. Tell
what
me
I'm
what it is.
I'll even accept. You don't even have to make a movie, bro. Just write me the damn answer. I'll accept it. I just need to know what it was. That's it. Why was it there? How did it get there?
Yeah, and the thing that sucks too, unless the director says something, all these articles you read, they're just
they're just
It's
speculation.
just speculation, just
Yeah.
theories, yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
My final theory is, we listened to a couple reviews. My final theory is, why does this being have to be good or bad? And more so, it just, I think somehow it leads that these two individuals are now godlike creatures to where they're never going to age. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
Because they emphasized and they kept repeating God quotes and conversations about God. And I think that one statement where she emphasized, where they had the conversation with her and her husband, where she said the only difference is that their blood cells, their cells keep dividing. That just stuck with me.
Okay.
Okay, so to finish out, we're going to talk about the music, the score, which was phenomenal.
Was really good.
Was very good.
That's one of his films always have good scores. They perfectly placed notes and stuff like that.
Created an amazing atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was silent when it should have been. Then it would pick up in certain scenes. I like the variety. There was slow pace. There was horror elements, but then there was also futuristic elements, like from Blade Runner and stuff like that. And then the ending.
And that final one when you are encountered with the alien being.
That's a good thing. What
It
the hell is
just-
it called?
Right. I don't know. That's what it's just an alien
in the
being.
credits, it's called a humanoid.
I'm mad about that.
Yeah, that's all we got, bro. Because the actress actually played that thingamajig.
Yeah, humanoid just means shape of human.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Well, it took the shape of human.
Doesn't. Oh, that's what it was then. It was the shape of a human. I would have never guessed that.
I like that though. How as soon as it like when the light came together and formed the like
That's where the
bubble
futuristic
thing. Yeah, that's when the futuristic soundtrack went. I was just like, it felt so powerful.
But you know what that scene also
weird.
reminded me of?
So,
We were just talking about the Christopher Nolan film.
Inception,
No, the other one.
the other one,
Spaceship. Bro,
What spaceship?
that weird
Oh, Life. What? What spaceship?
Christopher Nolan
Okay.
with Matthew McConaughey.
Interstellar.
Oh, Interstellar. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I got it. I didn't even know what the fuck you guys were talking about because I never seen it.
Yeah.
I was going to say that light scene where this is the first time where the cloning process happens. That scene reminded me of Interstellar, where he goes into that other dimension. You remember when that happened? That different kind of sound.
Yeah.
Cool with other dimensions, bro. Not cool with these humanoid figures.
It was a crazy movie.
Okay.
It was good.
I'm still confused about how when the human fully self-destructs, they emphasize that
Yeah, not suicide, self-destruct.
they turn into a spear of light, and then that spear of light creates the clone of whatever DNA goes into it.
You're talking about when that old lady did the thing?
Yeah, and all the lights started going
Well,
around.
remember what she said when she got there. She said, "It's inside of me."
But what is?
Don't you understand, Francis? It's inside of her.
But isn't it inside of all of them? That's why they were going crazy?
Yes, that's the point.
Bro,
It can be all of them, yet none of them.
You're just mind fucking me now, bro.
I mean, the movie did that, not me.
But did you see how her face was weird? Did you
Yeah, bro, that shit freaked me out when she
And-
turned around. I was like, "Oh, this bitch gonna die."
And then it was normal?
Yeah.
What was that?
It was it. What don't you understand, Francis?
Okay, are you guys really playing around right now?
No, it's the truth.
it's
It was
it.
it. It was just so confusing at the end because who
I
knows?
feel like it was inside of her, right? It was talking, having fun.
Then why did it not transform? Why did it not self-destruct Natalie Portman?
Because it wasn't inside of Natalie Portman.
No, but it was. Like she
wasn't.
tested the blood and she was
Well, that was her own DNA refracting on itself from the prism. Whatever the fuck that prism.
So you're saying there's a being and then there's the prism. The prism is causing these people to go crazy, and then the being is specifically the humanoid thingamajig.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna move on because now I'm personally more confused than ever, and I like this film. So,
I think, as I said, I'm gonna have to watch this movie again. I will have to watch.
But
this
bro,
movie again.
I'm gonna watch it because I enjoyed it. But what is a second viewing going to do for the ending?
If you don't understand,
Maybe
it
I
doesn't
might
matter.
pick up something and see something I missed the
Nah.
first time. I don't know.
You won't.
I don't know.
You're just gonna be confused.
There's so many questions.
You know what's going
that it has.
what's going to happen, bro? Instead of having thought A, it's going to turn to thought B, and then you see it a third time, it's no thought C, and we're never going to know.
I don't think we will.
right?
Listen.
This shit was confusing, and I don't appreciate it. I don't like confusing movies.
The final 10 seconds is
I
what's
like a movie that makes you think. Don't get me wrong. Cool, all is well, and then, like I said, you just throw in an ending that's not an ending. What's the point?
well, it's
It's not
That
an
is
ending.
the point.
Nope.
it's technically the ending because that was the point of the film.
What's the point of the film then?
To confuse the hell out of all of us.
I think
To get us talking. I don't know.
I think the point of the film is to say what is what because you remember how
Yeah,
the guy
what makes us humans, maybe.
because you remember how Oscar Isaac in the video said, "What is the difference between me and you? How do we know?" I know it's getting weird, but he said, "How am I?" He said his name, and then he said, "How am I different from you? And how are you different from me? Why can't I be you? Why can't you be me?" And I think that has something to do with whatever this alien thingamajig is. It's saying we can technically be anything. Not in terms of life goals and professions, but literally genetically, molecularly.
I don't understand it.
Okay,
I don't know, bro.
I want to end this on how is this similar or different to Ex Machina? Because I feel like there's a lot of similar tones and themes. Even though the overall topic is different. One's about AI, another is about Alien.
I think the main headlining thing is, what is life? You know, what constitutes, whether you're a human or not. At least that's, I mean, if looking at both of these movies side by side, that's what I pull from. From Ex Machina, you had
Self-consciousness.
Okay, right, self-consciousness. Can we say if a machine has actual consciousness? And then in this movie, you sit there and say, what makes me me? Why can't this alien species that clearly was able to perfectly replicate who
and
you
change.
were, why isn't it you? And how do you know that you are you? At least that's what I get when I think about it.
Which explains the cloning process. And then we were talking about in the car, how would anybody know the difference between the real, quote unquote, Oscar Isaac's character and the duplicate?
Yeah. Because as you saw at the end, when they tested him, he was Oscar Isaac. He was that person's character.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the scientists don't even know. She was the only one who knew.
She's right, exactly. She's the only one who knows that he's not the real person. He's the alien being, or whatever the heck we're gonna call it. He is the one of the humanoid things.
Let's say he's the reborn. Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, he's the reborn. Like, because genetically speaking and everything, he is an exact replica. He has the exact same memories, exact same manner. Like he is him, but he's not him.
That makes no sense.
Exactly.
Or it doesn't make all the sense.
If I made a perfect copy of myself, if one of us would die, yet I would still be alive, and it would be okay.
But I think that's the point of this film, though. Is it what defines you? Is it the self-consciousness? Is it the appearance? Is it down to the DNA code?
Wouldn't matter. A perfect copy is a perfect copy.
But
so then, if it's a perfect copy,
that means it's got everything I got.
So
besides your memories,
does it have the exact same consciousness then?
If it has the same consciousness, sure.
So then,
isn't it you?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the same memories.
It's not you.
Hold on. So it has different memories, but the same consciousness.
No, it has no memories because memories is just experience. Of course, since he hasn't experienced anything, he doesn't have the memories.
Not a perfect copy of me.
But how do we know? Like, what is a memory if we're going to get down to it? Like, what? How does
electrical signal passed over your synapses?
It's in my head.
I guess it comes down to if you believe people can change or not. If you believe people can't change, then memories don't fucking matter.
I'm just saying, if it's not a perfect copy, he can't be me. But if it is a perfect copy, he's me.
What does that mean, though?
I mean, like line for line, atom for atom, everything that I know, do, love, see, hear, taste, all in him. Same exact copy. Not physically, everything. Physically, mentally, spiritually, everything.
I think
that's the point. So then again,
if it's an exact copy, then what does it matter?
Well, because then I don't know. Because then are you?
Huh? I'm me and he's me. There's now two me's. Which means if one of me were to be eliminated, I would still be okay.
But remember, it's not you because it's a replica.
Listen. To me, in the movie, right? Oscar Isaac. If he is this perfect, right? That's his name.
Oscar Isaac.
Okay. Yeah, his character.
If he is the perfect copy,
that's the actor.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I remember his name actually. Oh, it's Kane.
If
he is the perfect copy of actual Kane, then to me, Kane never died.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
That's one way to look at it.
But then again,
of Kane died, but Kane is still alive technically if he's a perfect copy.
Yeah. But then that's the questions we have. We don't necessarily know.
Exactly. We don't have enough information.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we don't even know if what's her face? Natalie Portman is a copy or not. Because we don't know if Oscar Isaac's copy is just faking not knowing, you know? When you think about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
How do we know if he's just not playing along? He's just acting like how any survival victim would act. Loss of memory and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. We don't know.
Yeah. And another thing, how did he last 1 year?
I'm assuming it's because there's probably some sort of time warp.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming.
Time goes by slower?
Yeah. I'm going to assume time goes by slower inside the prism than it does out.
Unless it goes faster.
Or it's faster.
And they're
one or the other.
Yeah.
Because it's
Well,
either
the
one or
question
the
is,
other.
how long was
Yeah.
the copy or whatever you want to call him actually alive for before he went
And
got
found
out
Lena,
of the
yeah.
the shimmer?
We don't know.
Exactly. And we don't know. And the same thing, we don't really know how long Lena and their team
Were
were
in
in the shimmer
'Cause they-
before she got out.
No, we know for their time. It was about a week, their time.
Correct. Yeah,
But we don't
their
know
time. But how
outside.
much time
They never
passed on
said.
the out, yeah.
Okay, so quick grade.
Are you doing like letters or
I
numbers?
give it a 7
Give
7
it-
out of
Out of 10.
out of 10.
10.
Give it whatever grade you would like, how you would say you would describe it to a friend or recommend it to somebody.
I would recommend it to somebody as an 8 out of 10.
It's worth a watch.
It is
but
definitely worth
I
a
feel
watch.
like if you do not have the mental capacity no, I'm dead ass. Because even I barely understood some of the things, and I'm not that smart. So
It's a thinker.
yeah,
It-
if you
it's a
like,
thinker.
if you know someone who's not the brightest, I wouldn't recommend it. I'm dead ass.
What Jordan's trying to say is your knowledge of information will determine
Yeah,
how much you.
definitely help you.
By the way, this guy has C cinema score, and I put money. It's because of the ending.
A lot of stupid people didn't understand it, like us.
Yeah, 8 out of
Still
10.
a good movie. It just the ending ruined it for me. I'm sorry. It's not an ending to me.
Okay, and I would say it's an incredible film. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend you watch it.
Yeah.
I
think it's a
recommend
must see for all the reasons. The
you
cast.
Look up some biology information before you go into it.
Bro, I don't even think, will that really help though? Because at
No.
the end of the day, if you don't know what this alien being is, that affects everything.
You don't need to know what it is to know what it's doing, though.
True.
But do we even know what it's doing?
Yeah.
What is it doing?
We don't know what its end
What's it-
goal
what is
is.
it- what
but
is
we
it-
know that it's
It was creating something
mutating
new.
the area that it was around.
That's great info, bro. That's so detailed. What was the purpose?
We don't know the
I'm just
purpose.
repeating what Natalie Portman said. She said it was creating something new. Just wanted a new home, I guess. I don't know.
It was something, but that's
Yeah.
it for me.
Good movie, guys. It's an amazing
I think-
movie.
Right? But don't watch
Visually.
it twice.
I'm still, I think I'm gonna go watch it again
You're
because
stupid.
I just have so many questions. I'm like, maybe I missed
But he's
something.
going to come back with even more questions.
No, he
Right.
is.
They're going to break your second Rubik's Cube, bro.
I just want to clarify this because I don't think Damon's processing it because his head's so scrambled. This isn't an Inception or Prestige type of film where
Yeah.
there's so much information you miss something. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
you feel
something
like if I
doesn't.
keep watching it, I'll catch it. I'll
Yeah,
catch what
it'll
I'm
make
missing.
sense.
Yeah.
No, this is a film. The first 90% makes sense. You're not gonna miss anything besides little details that don't
Don't matter.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The ending is what matters. And unless you're a scientist, just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy that
What
ride.
happens, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank
Alright
you
then.
guys. What the next film, the next impressions we don't know. Whatever's good or gets us thinking. Hopefully that's Tomb Raider. We highly doubt it. But if it's not that, Pacific Rim, or what we're really interested in is Ready Player One. We have high hopes, and because of that, that's probably going to be the film that sucks the worst.
I hope not. That would hurt.
Bro, I'm getting such Avatar vibes, bro. And think about it. They're going into a machine. You know what I'm saying? It's virtually... It's a lot of CGI. I'm hoping. And come on, it has the Iron Giant. You can't fuck that up. But they fucked up Star Wars. And to some people, they fucked it up twice. So, hey.
Yeah. LLPH.
PHLL.
You mean LOHP.
Sure.
And Cadoodle, like always. If you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.